Hello everyone, Ken and Loey here, getting back to continuing the series for the Half-Life 2 trilogy, so kind of getting back to it, and this time with Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and just like with Half-Life 2, I am doing it on hard difficulty. So with this game, this one is the shortest out of the Half-Life 2 trilogy, with Half-Life 2 being roughly 9 to 10 hours for me, and this game I apparently beat within roughly around 3 hours, just over 3 hours, and I didn't even think it was that short. But, without further ado, let's get back into it. The destabilization. Half-Life 2, Episode 1. Now before we get into it, one thing with the audio is that speech with Dr. Kleiner, like on the monitor, is really quiet. Actually, sorry, I mean, it is very loud in comparison to some of this, so hopefully this is fine. Hopefully that'll do. It's really hard to know until...
Tell me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not.
On the previous episode of Half-Life 2... Hopefully that's fine.
We'll see about that.
You know, when he straightens the tie, some serious business is gonna be down. Undo alarm.
Oh my God! Gordon!
Hello!
I'm so worried. Hey, the gravity gun. Give it to him, Dog.
There, Gordon. Dog's happy to see you, I can tell. Okay, Dog. Go get the monitor set up so we can check in with my dad. He must be worried sick about us. He was so sure I wouldn't find you here.
Well, I wouldn't have been so sure either.
I still don't know how we got out of there. The last thing I remember is brain falling. Huge explosion, and then I heard vortigons. Next thing I knew, Dog was digging me out of the rubble. Oh, it's all so strange. We should... It's my dad. We've been trying to reach him for hours.
So the biggest question
Wait till he hears that we found you. Come on.
Come in.
Is that Alyx comes along, so theoretically he just fine. And then we're just under a pile of rubble, so either the Vortigons are jerks, or to Gordon Freeman, or this man just got yeeted off of the Citadel and somehow survived this. Interesting. Wait, hello there, Dog.
Dad, are you there?
Alyx? Alyx, come in.
Hold on a sec, there's so much interference. Hey,
I
Dog,
wonder
give me a
why.
hand, please. Okay. Little to the right. There we go. Hold it there. We got it. Dad.
Alyx, where are you? Oh, please, God.
Dog, the portable
The city?
interference
Well, not quite
antenna.
yet.
There you
Listen,
go.
Dad, we found him.
You found Gordon? I don't believe it. But listen, you two have to get out of the city. The Citadel could blow at any moment.
There's no question that it will, I'm afraid. Our remote sensors indicate the process is accelerating toward a dark energy flare.
Is
Anyone
he?
left in the vicinity will be subjected to energetic events whose
Isaac,
effects are
please.
beyond my powers of speculation. The ravages to cellular material are
Reiner,
unimaginable.
stop!
Dad?
Oh dear, Eli, I'm sorry, but surely there's no need for undue alarm. Alyx is well out of harm's way by now.
Well,
About
actually,
that.
we're still at the Citadel.
What? Oh dear, but there's really no time. The core is exceedingly close to collapse. Why, there's no way to get far enough without first... Well, nothing short of a direct intervention in the core could possibly retard the reaction.
You mean going in?
Into the core, yes. But it's far too dangerous to consider. The chamber will be bathed in radiation.
Well, you do have the hazard suit. If we found a way into the Citadel, it's possible we could...
Alyx, no!
But Dad!
Izzy, talk some sense into her.
I'm sorry, Eli, but I don't see any other way. It would help us evacuate more citizens.
We can do this, Dad.
Okay, Alyx, okay, just promise me. Promise me that you won't take a single unnecessary risk.
I promise. I love you.
I love you too, baby. I'll be praying for you.
Don't worry. I'll see you soon.
No unnecessary risk,
Don't
indeed.
worry.
We can do that, right?
Let's see if we can find a way into the Citadel from somewhere along the rim. Dog, a little help, please? Thanks.
Apparently gunships don't like fall
Okay,
damage
boy.
either.
Pack up and meet us on the far side of this ridge. Whoa. What a drop.
Yes.
After you, Gordon.
No kidding.
Careful.
Well, I do have the hazard suit, so... Apparently that means I have to go first. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, if I didn't have the volume of the game loud enough or it's too quiet, I'll make sure to adjust it before the next
Why's Dog
episode.
taking so long? Dog! Dog! Look out! Oh my god, Dog!
Oh
Dog, are you alright?
my. Just what you need in the morning.
You scared the hell out of me.
Now stay with us and help us find a way over.
I cannot believe we're trying to get back in that place. This isn't gonna be easy. Well, Dog, what do you think? Any ideas? All right, Dog. That's not too helpful.
There has to be be a way to get across. But how? What about...
Well, there is a railroad track down there.
Was it something I said? Huh? Dog, what are you...
He's just
I think Dog
doing
needs a few bolts tightened.
landfall diving. You know, the usual.
Look out! Dog, really, that was a little close. What's gotten into you, huh? How exactly is this supposed to help us? What? Wait a minute. Oh no. You're not serious.
Oh, he's 100% serious.
Well, Gordon, unless you have a better suggestion, he is a robot. He's done the math.
Did do the math. I want you to get out of here as fast as you can. Go find Dad. We'll catch up, don't worry. All right. I'll miss you too. Now, don't worry about me. I'll see you soon.
What
Get the
about me,
passenger
Doc,
side,
huh?
Gordon.
So my suggestion of trying to find a way down to the railroad tracks, why do that when you can just
Hurry up.
be yeeted into the Citadel again?
Brace yourself, Gordon.
Well, on the bright
Okay,
side,
Doc, let's do it.
if we
Before I
fall,
change my-
we don't need to worry about the Citadel
Okay.
exploding.
Careful, hold on. Whoa. Phew.
Nice.
Good throw, dog!
Now go, boy, go on. You'll be fine, just...
Uh-oh. What now?
The
Whoa.
ride's not over.
Hold on!
There's nothing for me to hold on to.
Phew. Alright, let's get off before the next ride starts.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Holy crap.
oh my. Speaking of falling apart. Ow.
My God, this place is really coming apart.
That would be an understatement. So yes, the best idea that we had is to go back in here, go to where the center of an potential explosion is going to be, and try to stop it from exploding. Or slow it down.
Oh, what a drop. We gotta find a way down to the core. I wish we had a map.
I don't think a map would help even if we had one.
Stalkers.
Well, they shouldn't bother us if we leave them alone. I'll just disable this field and... Damn, I can't get this down. Something's...
It's that stalker.
He's holding it from the other side. We don't have time to look for another way around. How are we gonna get through here? Roller mines. They could help us get out of here.
If you say so.
Can you find where those roller mines are going? I've got an idea how to use one here.
Yes, those are the roller mine things that we had to deal with in Half-Life 2 that would be dropped into the ground, and then they would pop up at you. Okay.
Major fracture detected.
We haven't even faced any enemies yet. Ow. Oh, that's one way to do it.
Detected.
And yes, we do get supercharge stations here. So you get a maximum of 200 suits instead of the standard 100. And they heal. I found more than one.
Dad taught me how to reset the targeting system on these things. A little extra juice in the right spot, and it's on our side. I'll hold it out where I can work on it. There it is.
Because that makes complete sense.
It's a lot more unstable, but it should last long enough to take out the stalkers. Okay. We can get through now.
Alrighty then. That's one way to do things. Yes.
Soldiers.
Yeah, I think they have a small case of burning. If they're chasing after us with that, then I think we have bigger problems.
Thinking.
Well, that's one way to get rid of the debris.
Talk about unstable. I really don't think we should.
Oh, don't worry, we're not even to the core yet. Yeah, just imagine doing this in real life. That's not comfortable in the slightest.
Through that?
Hey, whose bright idea was it to come back in here again?
I'll be right behind you.
Easy. How the light bridge is still stable is another question.
We made it!
Yeah, well, that's only the first hurdle. Come on. We've got more. We've got plenty where that came from. you see more of these. I wonder what's going to happen next.
What went on in here? What the hell are those things? Maybe this console has some useful information. Let me see if I can pin down a path to the core.
I can still deliver Earth, but not without your help. The portal destination is untenable. Surely you can set the relay elsewhere. There's no way I can survive in that environment.
Thank God, it's just an old recording.
The host body, you must be joking. I can't possibly. Oh, all right,
Let me see
damn it,
if
if that's
I
what
can
it takes. Just hurry, he's right behind me. Oh, shit.
What the hell?
Very good question, but I'm gonna say this here. Is that, this thing apparently gives, Gordon Freeman basically a migraine, so definitely you'd feel it a little bit. So if you want to skip the next, like, 10 seconds or so, here's your tip in advance, so anyone who has played this game before will know what I'm talking about. Yes, that. Ow.
Oh. What the hell was that thing? Whatever that was, it's gone now. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, so even though that, just the way that they did that actually does mess with me at least a little bit, so, yeah.
Gordon? What's going on in there?
Confiscation field? Oh boy.
It's doing something to the gravity gun. It looks like it did in Brain's portal reactor. I'd say this is fire. It'll sure come in handy if it stays that way.
Yeah, so, for those who remember the end of Half-Life 2, we got our upgraded gravity gun back. But there is a little bit of a change. So the first thing that you might notice is that I don't know what you would call that, the casing, like the pylons or something, they're not open, they're not closed anymore, they're spread apart from each other. And in Half-Life 2, it was pretty much the same gravity gun except more powerful. But this time, as you can see here, you can now spam the left click as much as you want. And even though that it doesn't really affect the gameplay all that much, it's a whole lot more fun. So we'll see plenty of that. And now that we actually have a somewhat proper weapon, we are going to face some opposition, or at least a lot more than we have.
Nice thinking.
So yeah, these orbs, as I like to call them, these energy orbs, they are basically the main power source of the Citadel. So anything that powers like bridges and whatnot, they use these orbs. Get out of here. And yes, you really see how the Citadel is falling apart.
Soldiers!
And yeah, the gravity gun is so powerful that it emits electricity to enemies for a few seconds. And I don't recall if it did that in Half-Life 2 or not. So this is definitely a more powerful version. So basically now, what is kind of a lot of fun, is doing stuff like that. Why? So yeah, pretty much on hard difficulty, with how fast the gravity gun becomes, this isn't really too much of a challenge. They do a little bit more damage. But besides that, there isn't too much different. Really when you get normal weapons where this becomes a thing, where the difficulty kicks in, I should say. But that doesn't mean that this part is necessarily like brain dead easy. Like as you can see here, they do a decent amount of damage that adds up over time if you don't have a recharge. Basically everything wants to explode in your face. Quality gameplay. Alrighty then. Alyx is gonna have to get that one. Unfortunately, it's not powerful enough to pick up striders or anything. Oh yeah, I saw that. Stuff exploded. But what I really love about this beginning part of the game is just how different it is in comparison to seeing everything fall apart after you've seen the Citadel at the end of Half-Life 2.
Got it.
You see it in full operation, pretty much, and how it is optimally. And then in this one, you see it completely falling apart. Hopefully that doesn't shock me. You see such a big contrast and setting, even though that it's the same area, just seeing everything crumble. Like, you also see how much effect you have had in the previous game to the downfall of this area. And personally, I think that is amazing.
Looks like this could be a transport elevator to the core.
Yes, the elevator segment. Let me check my time here. Yeah, with me saving here, I think that is where I'm going to call it. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps like highlighting apply when I go to the options, so hopefully it has been on hard this whole time. But yeah, so like I said, with this episode, I really enjoy seeing more of the Citadel and seeing it in a very stark contrast to how it was in Half-Life 2. I really love the areas where you can soak in like that tour that you get on the gondola, so to speak, at the end of Half-Life 2. Like just seeing how the Citadel looks when it's fully operational and everything, and now you get to see it on the opposite end, and you also see much more of the Citadel with your upgraded gravity gun, and I really love that aspect. So even though that I'm starting this in October, and that's typically the horror month, of course, Half-Life 2 Episode 1 also has later on more of a horror-themed area. So even though this isn't a horror game by any stretch, they do have... They of course have to have that chapter where it's horror-focused. And pretty much the same thing that they did with Half-Life 2 with Ravenholm. So definitely the Valve developers, if they ever wanted to make a full-on horror game in the Half-Life universe, they could easily do that. And pretty much every time that they do it so effectively, and interestingly enough, kind of in my personal taste of horror of itself. I think the only thing that I primarily don't like about the horror segments is the fast zombies, and that's pretty much just because they jump in your face and then it's kind of like a jump scare in and of itself. But yeah, so if you wanted more something horror themed, stay tuned and we'll get to that very shortly. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.